So what's Hawaii's weather like in September? Actually, today's a pretty good indicative day. You know, a lot of people ask what the weather's like in Hawaii. It's one of the most asked questions. And so today, I'm gonna give you a perspective of what it's like in September, and not just from someone who's here on vacation, but someone who's lived in Hawaii since the 80s, so you're gonna get the full picture. Aloha. I'm Peter Kay, and I connect with people that want to live in Hawaii. So if that's you, this is your channel. You want to get on the subscribe and click those notifications. We send out videos every other week. It's a perfect day. Actually, it's a good September day because it's kind of cloudy. And September is the beginning of a transition. Right now, it's 8:49 in the morning. I just went surfing. It was phenomenal. Loved it. Great time. Nothing better than going surfing in the morning. It's 8:49. It's 83 degrees. And it's absolutely perfect. I got my short sleeve shirt on. You don't even feel the weather. You don't feel hot or cold. It's perfect. So you can end the video right now. You're done. It's perfect. Okay, how about some more details? You know, every month I talk a little bit more about different aspects of Hawaii's weather patterns. So if you want to get the full picture, of course, of Hawaii's weather, you want to watch all those videos month after month. You'll get the total picture of what it's like in Hawaii year-round. Especially for someone who's planning on living in Hawaii, you're going to want to know that. You know, one thing that occurred to me that I wanted to share with you this morning, to share with you how perfect Hawaii's weather is. Here's how perfect it is. Year-round, you can live with the windows in your house open, both winter months and summer months. Now, some days might get really hot where you're going to, if you have air conditioning, you'll close the windows and you put on the AC. Some days might get like really cold where you're going to want to close all the windows because it's like windy. But generally speaking, year round, the windows are open. I woke up this morning, all the windows in my bedroom were open. You know, can't beat it. That's how perfect it is. Okay, September. September, I would characterize September as a transition month. You know, I was going to make this video in the early part of September. One thing or another, I couldn't do it. And it was hot. The opening part of September is hot because it's still summertime. We're still closing August, right? But September also is the start of fall. So now I'm recording this towards the latter part of September, and it's definitely like, you know, fall kind of weather. So it's that interesting transition month. You know, today is cloudy. Not always cloudy, but today is cloudy in September. So I would characterize September as a transition month. We're transitioning from the dry, perfect summer heat, high sun, early morning suns, and now we're transitioning over to a little bit more rainy. In fact, there was a light rain before I started recording, more increasing rainfall. Of course, the days are shorter, so the mornings, the sun rises later, and it's going to get a little bit cooler. So it's a transition month. We're transitioning into fall. That's the way. And you know, of course, this is come, you know, throughout the mainland as well. But in Hawaii, it's rather acute. There's a definite switch. Temperature, perfection. When I was doing the research here, the 10 days for a 10-day period, every single day the high was 87. Every single day. The lows for 8 days was a low of 77, and 2 days 76. So weather perfection, right? High of 87, low of 77 every day. Give you a quick outlook. The next 10 days, what it's going to look like. We've got 2 sunny days, 5 mostly sunny days, and 3 partly cloudy days. So you can see some kind of transitions happening. Like in August, you may put on the air conditioning in the high noon days because we're still catching some heat in September. You may turn on the AC late at night for a little bit to cool the house down before you go to bed. If you have an office and you have an option to have your windows open or closed, you might put on the air conditioning on during the noon hours to kind of keep the office cool. What about the surf? Surf is also in transition. So some days, for example, on the east shores that are very sensitive to winds, I was going to go out surfing on Wednesday and it was kind of flat, so I didn't go. No wind. Today, Saturday, lots of wind, fair enough of wind, surf's pretty good. Comes and goes, a little unpredictable. South shores, every so often we'll still get a bump. There's 1 or 2 more swells that are going to come in to the South Shore before the South surfing season is over. North Shore, they're starting to get their bumps. North Shore has been flat for the summer. Now there's going to be a bump or 2 coming up for the North Shore. Bump or 2. So we're in transition. We're transitioning towards the winter months of high surf on the North Shore and no surf on the South Shore, and generally speaking, windier conditions for the East Shores. The winds always come out of the east, predominantly come out of the east in Hawaii, and so they affect the East Shores with wind swell surf the most. Now, why would you want to visit Hawaii in September? And of course, if this is I'm recording this during the COVID period in 2020, if you're in, you got to strictly follow the quarantine rules in Hawaii. You may or may not come here in September, but for those of you that are going to be coming in September, why would you want to come here in September? Or why not? Well, after Labor Day, the visitor counts kind of go down, so it's not that crowded. High season is during the summer. Labor Day marks the beginning of, when most people go back, when the school crowd goes back, the visitor counts go down, so it's less crowded. But the weather's still great. I mean, the weather's great all year long, but the weather's still great. So if you want to kind of avoid the crowds, not a bad idea. In some ways, September could be perfect for travelers if you've got the flexibility, right? Don't come during the summer, and maybe you spend the summers with family on the mainland somewhere, but come September, mid-September, Labor Day's over, bam, come on out. Weather's great. You're still going to catch the nice summer warmth and predictability. It's not rainy. Not that it's ever rainy, but it's perfect. It's perfect. Try it out. All right, you got a question for me? Click on the link in the description, fill out the form, and make sure you leave your name and where you live so I can give you credit if I use your question on YouTube. All right, folks, I'm Peter Kay, and I'm loving September in Hawaii because I'm living in Hawaii. Aloha.